Hello, whiners, wordlers, and whatevers. Welcome to the Wine, Wordle, and Whatever podcast, the only podcast where we do all three of these in that order. We are coming to you tonight on a Wednesday, but you will hear it on a Thursday, and we have basically no agenda. We have almost no plan for tonight. We do have a wine, and we do have two hosts. I'm Caden.
I'm Will.
Hello, hello. I really fumbled over my own name there. That was pathetic.
Cade.
I'm Kim Kippen. My name is Caden. That is my
I
name.
word.
What?
I man.
Me host.
Oh, I just now realized that I just now opened the Word doc that we use.
Oh yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's not much. But yeah, this will be an interesting episode because we're not very well planned. We're recording on a Wednesday, so it's wine, wordle, and whatever finally on Wednesday for the
Let's
first
go.
time since our opening episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was our opening episode. It was the only one we've ever recorded on Wednesday, I think.
Yeah, the original plan was let's do it every Wednesday.
Yeah, and that just fell right down the drain. I don't think we've done two consecutive podcasts on the same day, like at all.
It took us 7 episodes to get back to Wednesday.
Yeah, exactly. But regardless, we are here. Will, why don't you tell us what? Oh gosh, I always forget the order. We do wine first and then corrections, right?
Yep. Sip on the wine while we
Okay.
talk about corrections.
Okay, gotcha.
hmm
So this was a Will pick tonight. He went and selected something at random at Costco.
It was methodical.
I struggle to believe that.
I mean, I spent a good 4 minutes looking at the
You know
wines.
what? That's 4 minutes more than I thought you spent. So
Thank you. Wait,
more power to you, Will. I figured you just went, saw red, and like, okay.
no, because there's that thing in the middle with all the wines. I
Oh,
actually saw they have Aerith wine there, like
oh,
the bottle that we bought. It felt bad because it was like, 14 bucks there or something.
yeah.
I
It
was
was a little cheaper there.
like, oh, come on.
Yeah, I'm glad you didn't buy it again though, because I really didn't care for it.
And then they had an A to Z wine. That wasn't the one we tried, but it was like one of their variants.
Was it the white wine?
Um,
Because I know A to Z does a white, I think.
I'm not sure.
Well, whatever.
Yeah,
But why don't you tell us the
whatever.
wine we actually have?
Oh, well, certainly. Uh, we have a Marcelo Belleri, Pelleriti.
Uh,
Marcelo Pelleriti
Marcelo
signature.
Pelleriti.
Marcelo Belleriti signature. It's a Cabernet Franc
Oh my goodness, Will
by
with the
Tw
zesty accent tonight.
Yeah, I looked it up before we started.
Getting zesty with it.
And this is a 2020 wine. So this has
2020.
been aged quite a bit.
Shout out to 2020, one of the worst years ever.
Oh, you're right.
Not
And then it's
necessarily for wines, but just in general.
yeah, just in general, it's from Argentina.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So, what do you think? Did you look at it at all, the bottle?
I have looked at it. I've like read over the bottle. I like the look of the front label with the
Yeah.
little cutout and the kind of rosette um on the sticker. I think that's
Mm-hmm.
the term I'm looking for. But yeah, no, it's a decent looking bottle, and
Yeah.
there's a wee paragraph on it.
Yeah, I at least the bottle look. I like the silver line or like the silver like it kind of reminds me of like this is what you would see at a wedding or something.
Oh yeah,
The way
yeah.
it's
The
designed.
silver look.
Yeah,
Although
or
it's
like
definitely
a
a silver. Let me think. Yeah, it's more of an overlay rather than like a silver foil emboss. The
okay,
texture that yeah, so it's
you're
you can
right.
tell it's a little flat.
I didn't feel it
It's
till
like
now.
not metallic. Like there's no like luster to it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, but anyways, yeah, my reasoning was I looked at all the wines and I was really taking my time looking at the prices.
As you do.
And I saw the conundrum there and I'm like, ah, I remember that. That was a good time.
I honestly half expected you to come in with a conundrum again, which would have been just hilarious.
That would have been a conundrum.
Nah, we would have been in a pickle.
Yeah. So, anyways, it was kind of cool to be like, ah, yeah, I remember that. We had good times.
Hmm.
And
And
then,
then you pick this wine.
yeah, yeah. And it helps that Costco has like the wine ratings or the scores from wine enthusiasts on the little by the price tag.
Mm-hmm.
And so I kind of went through and a lot of them were like, "Oh yeah, this doesn't have a score. This doesn't have a score. Oh, this one had a score like in 2017 or whatever." And then so anyways, I just kind of looked and I'm like, "Okay, this one was pretty high. I think it was like a 91 or something." So, anyways, that was my reasoning.
All right. So, do you want to read the paragraph or do you want me to?
You can. I've talked enough.
Okay. It says Marcelo creates award-winning award-winning wines in Valle de Uco, Argentina, and in Pomerol, France. His two great passions in life are his love for making music and for making fine wines. This signature Cabernet Franc represents quality and value in the mid-range of the Marcelo Pelleriti wine portfolio. Yeah, I kind of it threw me off a little bit. I was priming up for Valle de Uco, um, and then I just said award-winning vines.
Yep.
Yeah,
You are having a little time. A rough night.
I speak the goodly tonight.
Yeah.
It's been an interesting day.
Yeah, we'll find out later more
Yeah,
about that.
just a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
So, corrections and clarifications.
Oh,
We
were we gonna talk about the taste of the wine, or is that after?
oh, I thought what you had said was sip on the wine
Oh, okay.
and then do,
Yep.
but either way works for me.
No, that's fine.
Okay.
Go for it. I'm gonna sip on it right now, so it'll give me some time to develop my thoughts.
Okay. So we only actually really have one correction this week, and it was from the YouTube comments. And give me 2 seconds. Let me look at last week's Wordles real quick because let me think. The 21st, Thursday the 21st. It was one of those words that went SHA blank E, and we were both having a hard time that week with
Mm.
getting the blank letter.
Yep.
And when I offhandedly said, I was like, I think you have enough guesses left that if you guess every possible word, you'll get it. But I was wrong. You had 6 words left that were possible answers and only 4 guesses left. So the burner word was appropriate. And I, on my last guess, had a 50-50, which I knew. So I only had 2 words left. And that was terrifying. But I nailed
Okay.
it.
Nice. Good
Mhm.
job.
I'm a professional wordler.
Yeah, we Wordle.
Yeah. And sometimes we whine. Speaking of,
Mm-hmm.
Will, what do you think about it?
Great segue back to our topic.
I know, back to the topic at hand.
Yeah. Um, well, I want to thank the listener for letting us know about the Wordle guesses.
Yeah, he's honestly this particular listener is our biggest analyst. He's the stat guy.
Yeah. Because honestly, I wouldn't have known that.
Yeah, I wasn't gonna look it up myself.
But it's like, oh, okay, cool, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so the wine though, it's it's interesting. It's pretty light. Mm-hmm. Mm.
I wouldn't say it's light personally.
Oh, really? You think it's like how
It's
would you say it?
well, I mean on the palate, I can see it being a little bit lighter than last week.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't describe it as light in itself. There's a fair bit to it.
Mm.
It's
Mm.
definitely full bodied, I would say.
I think what I may be referring to is I don't know. Hmm. Let me think about how I want to formulate my sentence here.
But
But
I
yeah.
can see a little bit where you're coming from, like on the front end of the taste.
Oh,
There's not a whole lot on the front end.
it's smooth, I think is the word I'm looking for.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
That's not how I would describe it at all, honestly.
Oh, I would say it's got some tannins there for sure.
For sure, I'm
But
definitely
like
getting that.
yeah, but like it's not like super grippy. I think it's going back to that description of a what was it, a grippy smooth ball or round ball or something.
A grippy round mouthfeel.
Yes, that's how I would describe it.
Interesting. Interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't know if I would describe the mouthfeel as either grippy or round. I could definitely see the
Oh,
grippiness just
okay.
because of the astringentness of the tannins.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
But hmm, yeah, I don't get a whole lot out of it. I get very aggressive, more aggressive tannins to it.
Okay.
And there's a little bit of like fruitiness and oakiness in there. But
Mm-hmm.
personally, I honestly, am not a huge fan.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because I looked it up after the fact. You know, I to be honest, I thought I got a Cabernet Sauvignon,
Oh, I see.
and then I looked it up after. I was like, oh, it's a Cabernet Franc,
Which is
and I
different.
was like, which is very different.
Mm-hmm.
And once I looked it up, I was like, I still want to try it, you know,
Mm-hmm.
just to be more cultured. But Cabernet Francs tend to be a little more earthy tasting, like a little more, think bell peppers, tobacco kind of, like not super like, what's the word?
Not
But
fruity.
anyways, yeah, not as like, ooh, this is like got some kick to it or punch to it, or it's more of just like okay, bell peppers. They don't
Mm-hmm.
have flavor there. Um, and so anyways, I was like, ooh, I don't know if Caden's gonna like that because he's a flavor guy.
Yeah, it's hmm. I mean, there is flavor there. It's just not my personal, my
Hmm.
personal taste. I like something that's little bit more kind of in the mid range between fruity and earthy because I like to be able to taste that sweetness, but I don't want something that's just super dry and super, you know, harsh.
Yeah.
Because it's like I don't really particularly care for like super dry wines.
Mm. Okay.
Also, I would like
Hmm.
to give a shout out to winefolly.com because I look up Cabernet Franc and
Oh, I'm looking at the exact same site.
you're looking at the little chart there. And so
Yeah.
yeah, so I'm looking at their chart on Cabernet Franc and it's talking a little bit about the what you can kind of expect in there. So you can
Yeah.
expect like dry, medium, like kind of low end of medium dryness, medium body, medium high tannins and acidity, blah 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 blah. And then it gives you some flavors to expect. You can expect maybe a little bit of like strawberry, raspberry, bell pepper, like you were saying, chili pepper, and crushed gravel. And you know, I think it's best we just leave that one alone. I don't
What
think
do
there's
you mean?
anything we can say.
You don't like the crushed gravel undertones?
This is giving me more of an andesite gravel than a granite gravel, personally. And
Okay.
really, I think maybe like a three-quarter minus rather than anything really coarse gravel. That's kind of the vibe I'm getting.
Mm.
Yeah,
Yeah, I prefer like a granite tile countertop taste.
rather than a
Something.
gravel.
Yeah, rather than crushed gravel. I mean, I will settle for like well laid gravel.
Mm-hmm.
That's a little bit
Nice
bigger.
and compacted, and yeah,
Yeah, nice and compacted, a little organized, but crushed up is like, ooh, it's a little harsh.
yeah. So I think I might be with you. I think granite, slab granite is a little bit more of a pleasant taste. Although, have you ever had a wine with notes of quartz?
Uh-uh.
That is a life changing experience, my man. We got to find something for you.
Ooh.
Like that's
Yeah. No, I think what I've learned is I do really like a Cabernet Sauvignon.
hmm
Um and I'm actually curious to try another different type. I
I
am kind of glad I got this one just so I know what that generally tastes like.
yeah. Oftentimes it is grown. It seems just for blending Cabernet Franc, more so
Hmm.
as something to blend, which makes sense.
Yeah, it is like a father to a lot of different wines.
Yeah.
Um,
I would be interested in trying a just trying a full Merlot rather than a blend, which I've never
mhm.
particular I can't recall really having in this kind of more structured tasting, I suppose.
Yeah, you know what this tastes like? It tastes like if you were to just pick a wine grape, like a blue wine grape,
Eat
and
it
just
right off the
have it.
vine.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's exactly what it tastes
like
like.
that one time you did when we were walking around at that vineyard.
Yes. I've done it a number of times. I had to remember which one.
Oh, the only time I was with you.
Yeah. I it clicked though. Was
Yeah,
that was at the olive one, wasn't it?
yeah, that was
Yeah.
at the Durant olive farm and vineyards.
Yeah.
I'd
Oh,
be
it
interested
says
in trying out their wine because of our friend that said they're terrible.
yeah, but now I want to try it.
Yeah, I was like, please tell me more.
I'm looking here at the chart too. It says Cabernet Franc tend to be a high acidity.
Which I can get that.
You can get that. I would say this one's kind of medium. It doesn't punch me. I do get the like higher than normal tannins, but acidity I wouldn't. I'm not really there, coach.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I
But
think
that's nice.
I think the acidity is a little bit drowned out by the dryness.
Mm, could be.
No.
Yeah, but that's the nice thing about wine. Everyone can have a different
Mm-hmm.
taste.
Yeah,
I
I
could
was
see the
thinking
acidity.
of like what wines to do for the future.
Hmm.
Um, and we've been doing this a while now, and we haven't done a white wine.
You know, I was looking at those and I was like, maybe, but I'm like, I don't know. I would have to consult you on that one.
Truth be told, I generally don't like white wine. Usually way too sweet for me.
Yeah, I
Uh,
remember you said that, so I kind of strayed away.
that
But
being
we,
said, when I visited Paris last year, there was one white wine that we had. Um, we bought it a lot. Pretty much every time we went to the store, we bought a fair bit of it. Um, and it was really good. And my
mm.
brother's been looking around for it, and he can't find it here. But that one was very good. So shout out to Paris.
Um, I did actually do research before going to Costco
Oh yeah.
because I was like, what does Costco have? And people online were like, even Kirkland signature stuffs can be good.
Mm-hmm.
And I did some like research on different types of wine. Have you had, is it like a wine port or a porter?
I have had port. Um,
Yeah.
I do not like it,
Okay.
and actually,
It sounds
I
like a
really
different,
do not like it.
because it sounds like a different animal. Like it's more, it's pretty sweet, is what I understood. Is that right?
It's been a while since I've had it. My dad likes it, and he's bought it a handful of times. The stuff from Costco.
Oh,
Um,
okay. I wonder if it's the same bottle I saw. I saw
it
one
says like
there, and
Tawny Porto on the side, which I think all of them say. But yeah,
it was aged over 10 years, the one I saw.
that sounds about right. I don't remember
Okay.
which one it is off the top of my head. My dad likes it.
Okay.
I do not like it. To me, so
Mm.
it's not an odor you would be familiar with. It's not, but to me, it tastes like Remington gun oil.
Yeah, I'm not familiar
Yeah,
with that.
I've never tasted gun oil, mind you, but it tastes like gun oil smells, and I don't like port. Um, if you're ever over, remind me to have you sniff Remington gun oil because it's actually I actually like the smell, but it's not something I want my drink to taste like.
Okay, yeah, because I actually do want to try it at some point because it's like it's a high percentage too. It's 20,
Mm-hmm.
and it's more of like people said it's more of a dessert or like people mix it with other stuff.
Yeah,
Um, but I'm like, ooh, that intrigues me.
yeah, and I believe yeah. So port is I looked this up because I thought I knew it, but I wanted to double check. So
Mm-hmm.
port is what is called a fortified wine. And so a fortified wine is a wine to which a distilled spirit, which is usually brandy, has been added. So port is among those.
Okay.
Yeah, Portuguese fortified wine, typically sweet red wine. Yeah, and I've only had that one time, that one kind, the that same kind they have at Costco, and I don't like it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, maybe I'll try it someday.
Yeah,
Um, not on the
I would be opposed to
podcast.
doing it on the podcast
Yeah.
because I
Yeah,
know
yeah.
I won't like it.
Yeah, maybe
As
we can do a
opposed
good white wine.
as opposed to the other thing that I know I won't like, but I will do on the podcast, which is the Hard Mountain Dew. If we get 20 subscribers by the time our 10th episode airs, we will do uh, Hard Mountain Dew on the podcast.
Yep.
So let me think. Today is well, tomorrow technically is episode 7. So April 4th will be episode. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Yeah, April 4th will be episode 8. April 11th will be episode 9. So April 18th is the deadline for our YouTube subscribers. Actually, conceivably a few days earlier because we have to get the stuff.
Yeah.
But we need 20 YouTube subscribers before we do that.
Mm.
Otherwise, we do have a plan for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If we have a backup plan.
Yeah. And I was thinking
Um,
too, since we've got 3 episodes left after today, we need to throw in a whiskey wordle and whatever. So I was thinking we do
yes.
that in either episode 8 or episode 9. And I know the
Okay.
whiskey I want to use.
Yeah. Yeah, can I like buy it or would it be better if you just give me some?
It would probably be best for me to give you some,
Okay.
just because that's the cheaper way to do it. If you like it, you can buy
Yeah.
some yourself. But
Okay. Sounds good.
yeah, so
Um,
go ahead.
real quick on the Wine Folly site,
Mm-hmm.
one of the ones the flavors it brings out is graphite pencil lead. I could see that.
In the Cabernet Franc.
Mm-hmm. I could see it feeling a little graphite-y. It is like it is pretty dry. I okay. What I think this is and why it scored so high is because it would be a great base. You know, if you were to mix this with something and make Cabernet Sauvignon, then oh man, like you could make a great one, I
Will
think.
I'm gonna save the listeners the trouble and correct you just a little bit.
Oh, do it.
Cabernet Sauvignon is its own grape variety. So you're not gonna mix this with something and make a Cabernet Sauvignon. You'd be
What's the
making a blend.
little There's a tree though in Cabernet Franc's at the top. What's that mean?
Oh, hold on. Let me go to
Scroll
the.
down.
Hold on,
It's
I'm
the
not there.
father.
Cabernet Franc. Hold on.
Okay, let's find this out right
Comprehensive
now.
Guide to Cabernet Franc. Scrolling down,
It's the green machine. It's the
graphite
sublime.
pencil. Oh my Lord, have mercy! I accidentally clicked my mouse wheel and just zoomed to the bottom.
Zoom, zoom.
Okay, so there's the
Oh,
graphite pencil
parents,
lead.
grape. Okay, so
So
maybe it's the grape.
where are you? Are you like at the bottom?
Um,
The green machine.
I'm
There you are.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, Cabernet. Okay, so basically what it is there, Will, is it's a family tree
Mhm.
of breeding the grapes.
Yeah, yeah. So if you
Yes.
breeded these grapes with another grape,
Yeah,
man,
so
you'd
if
get
you
some
were if you
grapes.
were to breed Cabernet Franc with Sauvignon Blanc,
Yeah.
you would get Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay. So I get it now. So this is a very eligible bachelor.
Oh, absolutely the most eligible of all.
I would definitely consider these grapes.
I would let it date my daughter.
Okay, cool. I'm glad we got that sorted.
Will, what would you
It's
give?
good
What
though.
would you give this out of 10?
I okay. For a Cabernet Franc, like if I was into that, um,
If you were
let me
into that
take
social
one
thing.
more sip. Let me take one more sip. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I would okay. Can I give two ratings here?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So as a Cabernet Franc, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Okay.
Okay.
It hits all the notes that the definition of this kind of wine would hit. It's got that acidity, it's got good tannins, but it's not too much. Like the flavor's really there. It's described really well. Everything's really balanced.
Okay.
For me personally, though, I probably wouldn't buy it again.
Yeah.
Um, I would have to be in a certain mood. So I would give it a 6.5.
Okay.
No,
So as
6.75.
6.6 3/4. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, you rate it higher as what according to the internet you would expect out of a Cabernet Franc.
Yeah, just because I mean the flavors are balanced. That's
Mm-hmm.
what I like about it. It's not like, ooh, it's like, oh, okay. I see the bell pepper. It's a little more mild. I see the graphite. Like, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I think the true mark of a good wine is tasting both like gravel and pencil lead, which is really hard to
Mhm.
get in a wine.
What would you
I
give it?
I would actually probably give it a 6 to a 6.5 myself.
Yeah.
I don't love it, but I wouldn't turn it away.
Yeah.
Um, I can definitely like. I'm kind of with you. I wouldn't buy it again unless I had something was like making dinner or something that I knew would pair with this.
Yeah,
Like
that's a
this
good
is
point.
something to keep in the pocket for pairing, but not something that I would just pick up just because I want wine.
And I think that's what Cabernet Franc is mostly used for, if I'm not mistaken. But because like in my research, there was some wines that are like really pairing heavy.
Mm-hmm.
This might be one of them.
All right. Well,
Yeah, let me
yeah, I can see it being more of a pairing thing than something that I would just like to just drink whenever.
but it's good. Like I would say the quality of it feels good.
Hmm.
Um like it feels like a quality wine. Like there's I mean it's from Argentina.
Would you like to hear some insightful comments from my mom?
Yeah.
Tastes cheap.
Really?
That's all she says.
Rip.
Yeah. So if she, yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess we haven't had cheap wine. Maybe I need to have that. I've never had cheap wine.
Well,
So,
that was our backup plan um for episode
yeah.
10, which
Hmm.
depending on how things work out, we might end up doing earlier. But we get like something that's a little bit more expensive. Um,
Okay.
like upper tier again from what we're doing. But then we get like a $2 chuck, like something really cheap.
Mm. Wow, I just had another sip and the acidity was really high on that one for some
Oh,
reason.
interesting.
Yeah, but
That was an
sounds
idea that
great.
actually
Okay.
mom gave to me was a a top shelf and a bottom shelf of the same like variety.
Mm, yeah. Okay. So, real quick though, I actually do like the idea of like what setting I would have this.
Okay.
Um, let me have another sip here. Mm-hmm. Ooh. Okay. So I probably wouldn't have this. Mm, the acidity bites, man.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what? I would actually have this. What I would say, um, a dinner.
Yeah.
You know, the last one was like a movie wine.
Okay.
This one would feel like I'm starting a dinner
Okay.
and like, we're having appetizers, but like the real good full-bodied wine is gonna come after this.
Oh, so this is the appetizer to the
Yeah.
wine, to the
Yeah,
real
so
wine.
I would say this is like a palate to warm up the palate. And you're like, okay, I'm starting to feel the flavors. Like it's okay, the acidity's quite biting. Like, okay, okay. So now give me the other wine that's a little not as acidic, has more flavor, something I can really enjoy and have fun with. Like, give me that after this.
Okay. Interesting.
You know? This is like
So
the
you're
you go
opening
to
two bottles on this theoretical night.
Yep. So this is we're going to school, we're getting kind of we're sitting down, we're being serious. But after this, we can kind of kick back and have a little fun with a different bottle.
Okay. Okay, that's an interesting analysis. Not at all where I would have gone with it. I would have this. I would say probably if my friends were a little bit more pretentious, I
Hmm.
could see a group of maybe 4 to 7 people over like a nice steak dinner, but like a well heavily seasoned steak. Not like
Hmm.
overly heavily seasoned, but like a steak that's got some some good seasoning to it. I like
Oh yeah.
like really good prime rib even I could see.
Hmm.
And I would want to pair up the recipe of the steak with the wine. It would be like a casual dinner kind of thing, but with friends that would appreciate the pairing a little bit more. If
Okay.
you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Basically a group of Kevins. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, would you say this like you would have it with a dish that has quite a bit of flavor because it alone doesn't have a ton of like spices and juices and fruity like
Yeah, I would
this
take
would
I would want something complementary to this and something that
yeah.
in itself has good flavor that would go well with it.
Yeah, and this would just be like kind of a side like think the motorcycle is the main dish and then the sidecar is this wine.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the way to think about wine, truthfully.
Yeah. So,
Make
okay.
this wine the Robin to your dinner's Batman.
I love it. This is great.
Both are good on their own, but neither is complete without the other.
Okay, cool.
Actually, let's be real. Nobody likes Robin. Batman is fine on his own.
I'm trying to liken it to my setting is like, yeah, you could have like Batman and Robin. Like, that's cool. That's good, to start with. But
Then
like,
Superman shows up.
yeah, Batman and Superman teaming up. Like, okay, now we're kicking.
Now we're cooking.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I'm glad we went deep into that analysis.
Hey, that's what the people come here for.
Oh, and you may have noticed, listeners, I did look up at the end of last episode how to say Cabernet Sauvignon. So
Congratulations, Will. I'm proud of
I
you.
have unlocked that ability.
You have done some you've real growth. You've changed a
Hmm.
lot over the course of this podcast.
Thank
And
you.
I'm
It
proud of
is
you.
kind of, it's a little daunting to buy a new bottle each week, but like I am growing from it.
Mm-hmm.
So, okay, I think we're good.
All right. So now, at long last, we actually get to get into Wordles.
Hmm.
So let me think. Last Friday, on the 22nd. What do you have?
Let me grab my phone real quick.
Well, I'll get us started then. The answer to that, I actually did pretty good this week on the average. Um, the word on Friday was decay, and I got raise and then cheat And then big brain, I went decal, and then I got decay after that.
Man, nicely done, dude.
My
Okay.
brain was large.
Okay. So I got notch, clamp, racer.
Okay, double R.
Yeah, it was a risk, but like it did give me where the C went, which was nice. And then I went decaf
Okay,
because I was like, man, that would be so cool if it was decaf, but it wasn't. And then it was decay. I was like, okay,
rest in peace.
yeah.
Sorry, I was just
Saturday.
doing my math for the week.
Yeah, it feels weird. You introduce the Wordles. Saturday, I
Oh,
got it in four.
well, I got in two.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had raise and then risen.
Risen.
Risen. You know, it was funny. It was like we were talking about it, and you drove by a church like earlier on in this day, or just like later, or whatever. And you know, this time of year, in late March, they have a lot of churches on their little marquee. They have "He is risen" on the outside
Mm-hmm.
because of Easter. And it was funny
Yeah.
when I saw raise, and then I was like typing in risen. I literally thought to myself, "He is risen," and that was the answer.
Nice. Wow, you're gonna have a lower average then.
Yeah, I actually have a pretty good average this week. I almost got the flat three, but not quite.
Ah, man. Okay. I did notch, snail. This is funny. I did rent, which gave me all the letters I needed, but not in the right order.
Oh, that's
And then I
great.
got risen.
I didn't even think about rinse.
Yep. Rip.
Yeah.
Anyways, that was fun though.
Mm-hmm. Sunday, the 17th? No, the 24th. That's right. I was looking at the wrong line on my calendar. I got it in three.
Three.
Mm-hmm. Hey, let's go. I had raised, then cleft, then towel.
Ooh, cleft. Nice. I got notch. Hold on.
He lost it. His mind, that is.
It's uh tossed without the second T or S. Toast?
I would say toased.
Yeah.
That's a word I've never heard. Oh yes, the simple past and past participle of toes. That helps.
Toast.
What does toes even mean? Toast is of meat, shredded.
To pluck at a
Yeah, this is this is
so
interesting. It's a very old word if I as far as I can tell.
Johnny, could you go and toes Johnny toes the sheep earlier today.
Johnny ties the sheep earlier today.
Now we can have chowder. That doesn't make
Why would
sense.
you He's been a good boy. He's earned his chowder by toasting the sheep.
Well, yeah, there's not a whole lot online to be
No, there
honest.
really isn't, which is interesting.
I
Um
wonder if it yeah, I'm really looking, man.
yeah.
I found this website. Present. I toes, you toes, he, she, it toes.
Of course. Yeah, that's helpful.
Present. I am toesing, you are toesing. We are
Ring
toes.
around the toesing.
Uh,
That is, yeah, there's not much. Let's see. Oxford English Dictionary. This should give me something. Let's see. Yeah, it's very obsolete.
it might be a UK term, maybe. I don't know, man. This is a tough one.
Yeah, it's an old. If anything, it's like Middle English, like Middle Ages English. So it's a pretty old word.
That's good.
Well,
Oh,
anyways,
yeah, that's a good one.
hmm after toes, you did what?
Owl.
Oh yes, All right.
Okay.
This one I had a on Monday, the 25th. I had a really good second guess.
Oh.
I got it in three. I had Rays, then Salty, then Sally.
Ooh, this one was a weird one, man. I didn't know Sally could be an answer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this one took me a bit because I did not blame LiDAR, which was an interesting guess.
Wait, what?
LiDAR.
Oh, okay.
Like, yeah, yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know that
And
was that because that's an acronym. It's like laser.
yeah, but it went through, so. And then Salas,
Spell that.
Salas.
Interesting. I've never heard that one.
It's like Sala, but the plural version.
Oh,
Salas
oh, why? Of
is
course.
Salas.
I've
Like
never.
my cousin and I gathered in the sala to say goodbye. But if you're talking about multiple salas, I mean that's what yeah, that's how you'd say it in the multiple salas.
This isn't clarifying anything to me, William. So Merriam-Webster defines a sala as an large or important room or hall.
Yeah, but if you're talking about multiple of them, then you add an S.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. You didn't know that?
No.
Oh, okay.
Salas.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
Yep.
And then what? Did you get Sally after that?
Oh, then I got Sally. Yeah, that one was annoying though because like I always think of Sally as a name.
Mm-hmm.
So like I literally typed it, deleted it, tried other words, deleted it, and I'm like, there's nothing here. And then I'm like, okay, let's try Sally and just hit enter, and it worked. I'm like,
That's what you
not
get
too
when you.
happy.
That's what you get when you Sally forth.
Yeah, but then I did look it up. I'm like, oh, I guess that's a word.
Mm-hmm. So, interestingly, between uh, my screen grabs, I'm just going through my camera roll. I have
Hmm.
a screen grab of an interesting text I received Tuesday evening.
Oh.
It's from a number I don't have in my contacts, but here's
Hmm.
what it says. It says, "Hi, Carolina. Judy tells me that you have successfully delivered your second child." And, that's not quite right. That ain't me.
Yeah, you're not on your second.
No, I'm on my third, obviously. But yeah, that's weird. So that's in between my Wordles. So a
That's
little
like, if that's a scam, it's so specific.
yeah, that was so specific that I was like, this isn't a scam. I better tell her she's got the wrong number.
Oh yeah, did she reply?
No.
Well, because like there's no way that's a scam because they would be banking on multiple names and the number of children.
Yeah, and not to mention the fact that they would end up like they would have to know whoever this person is so they would have to engage in a full
Yeah.
conversation. Like how would you get to the scam? Like that's like,
Yeah.
oh yes, it's good talking about our children. Now can I borrow $7,000?
Yeah. Yeah, good job replying though. That's actually probably one you should just
Yeah,
in
I
case.
figured rather than leave her on red.
Yeah. Okay.
Anyways,
Next one.
Tuesday the
That's good.
26th. I got it in
Yep.
three again.
5.
I had Rays, then Tardy, then Mayor.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
This one was tough, but I got it. Because I was trying to figure out where that O went.
Mm-hmm.
Like it was hopping all over. It was yellow, yellow. And then I tried a burner word. That didn't really give me anything. And then it was yellow. So I did notch,
Mm-hmm.
slope.
Okay.
Is that how you spell druid? Druid.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, druid, ovary, and then mare.
Ovary.
Mm. Yep. So
Okay.
that was yesterday's.
Yeah.
It helped me figure out the O is not in the first half of the word.
Yeah, that really narrowed it down.
Yeah. But it gave me the A, the R, and the Y for
You
mayor.
know what?
So
I can't even fault you
you
because
can't even
Olivery
be
is a
mad.
really good guess in that situation.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
So I was actually kind of happy about that one because it gave me what I needed.
All right. So Wednesday the 27th, which is today for us, but yesterday for the listeners,
Yeah.
because this will release on Thursday.
Yep.
I got this one in five. This one sucked.
5. Yeah, it did.
I was so annoyed because I was having such a low score this week that I was like, "Ooh, I hope I can get the flat three in my average." But today ruined me.
Mm.
It was raise, then scout, then stump, then stunk, then stung.
Oh, yeah. That last letter got me too, dude.
Yeah, did you guess stunk as well?
I did.
Let's go. Shout out to Stunk.
Stunk, not a sponsor.
Sponsor us at Stunk.
I did notch, stain, because I was happy I got that S and the T figured out.
That is good.
Then stunt, because I'm like, maybe it's double
Ooh,
letters, but
stunt.
yeah, double letters. And
Hmm.
then I did stunk and then stung.
Yeah, those are tough guesses.
Yeah, yeah, but I got it.
All right, Thursday the 28th. Tomorrow for us. So
Today for the listeners. So,
exactly, we're time traveling.
we should let them know though, like if you haven't done today's Wordle,
Click off the podcast now and
yeah,
do
and
the
go
Wordle,
do it
and then come back.
because this is kind of unprecedented for us. Usually we release pretty late at night. This is gonna go up like when is this going up?
I don't know, probably 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time,
AM or PM?
AM.
Yeah. So make sure you go and do your Wordle and then come back.
Yep,
So
yep.
okay, let's
Okay,
do it.
I got it in four.
5.
Raise, steam, sneak, and speak.
Demon. What
Steam,
was that?
sneak, speak.
Oh, okay. Wow, you got that S right away.
Yeah. Well, I had the A, S, and E all in the uh wrong
Oh, you're
spot,
right. Yeah.
and so steam was a logical guess off of that.
Cool. Yeah. This was a pretty normal one for me. Notch, frail,
Okay.
gamma. So I'm like, where does this A go? And then popped in my head sedan.
Okay.
I was pretty good with that, and then I clicked around for quite a bit. I didn't hit enter though until I saw a word I thought was it, and then managed to type speak. I was like, okay, cool.
Nice. Nice.
Yep.
So I've done my math. Have you done yours?
Oh, I think I have. Let me double check here. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yep.
Yep.
So while you're mathing it up, do you know why chicken coops only have two doors?
Why?
Because if they had four, they would be a chicken sedan.
Got him.
Your answer reminded me of that.
Lol.
Yeah. Sorry, listeners.
That was so good.
All right. For total guesses for the past week, I
That's how
had
we're gonna get to 20 subscribers.
bad jokes. Do I need to tell a bad joke every week now?
I mean,
I could.
okay. Sorry. Yeah, go for it.
We need to do a dad joke segment between the Wordle and whatever. But my total was 24.
Wow. Good
The
job.
1 5 killed me.
Yeah.
I
32.
Ooh, that's rough, buddy.
Yeah. It was a lot of fives for me.
Yeah, my average was 3.42857142857142.9.
Ah, no even number this week.
No.
I had 4.571428574143.
Rest in peace to the even numbers.
Yeah.
I needed a 3 and another 4 to get it, and the 5 is what killed me.
Yeah. Bummer. I
Yeah,
just
I was
realized
hoping I'd
mine
get the
actually.
flat 3.
Yeah. Rip. That would have been really good score.
That would have been, yeah, that would have been
Yeah,
really
that would
good
have been goaded.
with the sauce even.
I realized mine actually repeats because I do 4.571428,
Hmm.
57143. It rounds it off. I bet it repeats, but it had to round it.
Oh yeah, I bet you it does.
Yeah.
Let's see, 42857 428. Yeah, mine does too.
Yeah.
Yeah, repeating, of course. All right.
Nice.
So I suppose that means on to whatever.
Yeah.
So we
How far are we?
we're at 50 minutes.
Oh
Just about 51.
my.
Just about 51.
Okay.
Yeah. It's a rather scant whatever. We're kind of running low on topics. Nothing really interesting has happened.
Yeah, we have a boring life.
Yeah. We were a lot more exciting at the start of the podcast.
Yeah.
And that
And
one
we
time
ran out
Venetia
of
was
things.
here.
Yeah. There's a few things I could talk about, but we'll
Okay.
see how the
Yeah.
convo flows.
Yeah. So my kombucha is brewing,
Let's go.
and that's the only update we have. Oh, I named my SCOBY. I named it Daphne.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Because SCOBY sounds
Mm.
close to Scooby, as in Scooby Doo. So I named it Daphne.
Yeah. That's illogical.
Yeah, I thought so. We bought a little warming blanket for it too, because it was slightly below optimal temperature in our house. And so we got a little
Mm.
warming blanket for it to keep it at that nice temperature.
Oh, like a heated blanket, like it's electric.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. Cool.
yeah. Doesn't help that our jar is set on top of our, stone countertops, which are just a giant heat sink, and against
Oh,
an
yeah.
exterior wall.
Oh,
Which I mean,
yeah.
our house is well insulated, but I mean, it's just not ideal.
What temperature does it need to be at?
I don't remember off the top of my head, but between like 70, like I think around like 72 to 82 was optimal. I don't remember.
Okay. And for the heated blanket, is it like one of those that has a safety shut off, or how do you deal with that?
That's a good question. I don't remember. Okay, optimal
Okay.
kombucha brewing temperature is between 60 degrees Fahrenheit and 85 degrees Fahrenheit. But for best results, you want to aim between 75 degrees freedom height and 80 degrees freedom height.
Oh, freedom height. I like that. Yeah, yeah, okay.
That's
Cool. That's
24
pretty warm.
to, yeah, that's 24 Celsius to 26 Celsius.
Gotcha. Yeah, that's warm.
Yeah. So it's slightly warmer than ambient temperature or
Yep.
in most houses.
At least in Oregon in March.
Yeah. Or, in most people's houses.
I guess. Yeah, what do you guys keep your thermostat at? Do you know?
70 usually.
Yeah, 70's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
It can vary a little bit depending on time of year and outside conditions, but generally around 70.
Yeah, um we have good weather coming up too.
I'm excited. We're going to play some
Yeah.
pickleball.
Let's
Let's
go.
go. Hopefully it's less windy.
Yeah, it was real windy today, man.
Yeah, it was. A little bit of a thunderstorm too.
Yeah, how about that weather, listeners?
How about that
Write
weather,
in.
listeners?
Tell us how your weather is.
Yeah, exactly. Email us at winewordlewhatever@gmail.com.
Do you actually check that Gmail if someone were to
Usually
email?
when I upload the podcast, I check that email.
Okay. Just, you never know when someone might write in.
Never know, never know. I think that's our email address. Let me make sure I actually got it right. Let's see. Yeah, it's winewordlewhatever@gmail.com.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you hear that at New York Times? Sponsor us, please.
You know what's funny? So I actually been listening to wine podcasts
Oh yeah.
on Spotify to like learn more.
Mm-hmm.
And there's like podcasts with like very little listener traction, but they're sponsored by like wine companies.
Yeah.
So I bet they're probably fine with it. Like if yeah, but
Yeah, I'd
anyways,
I'd imagine that like the
any shout out is a good shout out.
yeah, and I would imagine too that like as far as like sponsorship goes, I mean we're not looking to get sponsored
No.
really at this point, but I would imagine that wine companies are probably going to expect their sponsors to be a little bit smaller potatoes as far as viewership goes,
Yeah.
because there's not as many people out there that are like into wine so much as to listen to a podcast.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, cool. Um,
So what did you have in mind? Anything in particular as off of our little list, or just some of the other general tangents that tend to come up?
yeah, so I saw you wrote Dune 2 on the list.
Mm-hmm.
I just saw Dune 1.
Okay. You have still not
And
seen Dune 2.
have you?
I have seen it, yes.
Oh man, bummer.
Do we want to
I've
go
been trying
see
to like,
see Dune 2? We can go see it right now.
oh yeah, okay. Thank you, listeners, for
See you later.
tuning in.
We just
No,
pause the
actually,
recording and finish it back when we see Dune 2.
yeah.
You
I
imagine?
actually do really want to see it. And I was gonna watch it yesterday with someone,
Mm-hmm.
but because oh, here's a little tip. So Regal has, I don't know if it's all over, but at least here locally, it's a big thing where Regal has the discount days on Tuesdays.
Okay.
Where like yesterday I could have gone and saw it at like a pretty good Regal theater for like $6.
Oh, nice.
And if you book through the app, usually you have to have a Regal account. Um, and you buy it through the app, and it's usually pretty good. But I was gonna watch it yesterday, but I got asked to do some stuff for work, and so I didn't get a chance to.
Unfortunate. I saw it. It's been a few weeks now since I saw it, but I would actually see it again. I really enjoyed it. Although
Really? Yeah.
I will say it falls victim to the same issue as Dune 1, and the issue that plagues a lot of movies these days is mumbly dialogue that gets lost sometimes.
Mm.
So I
When I
watch
watched
with
it,
captions at home.
yeah, I watched it with captions the first time. I watched like 5 minutes into it,
Mm.
and would it be spoilers? It was the moment at the towards the beginning where he puts his hand in the box
Okay. Yeah.
and his
So
mom's like outside the door.
I think we're safe with Dune 1 spoilers at this point. But yeah, when he's in the with the Bene Gesserit thing and he puts his hand in the Frady cat box.
Yeah, and the mom's like mumbling and whispering stuff. I'm like, I actually really want to know what she's saying, so I turned on captions
And she's
and
whispering
left
the
them
same thing
on.
he's whispering at that point, right? The
I
whole
don't
Bene
remember.
Gesserit chant about fear, I think.
Maybe. I don't remember exactly, but I did find it extremely helpful.
Yeah, yeah,
So,
captions were very nice. I might go and see a see one of the showings. If I go and see it again, I'll probably go see a caption showing.
don't they have those on Wednesdays?
Hey
Oh no,
yo,
I'm
Northern
thinking
Lights
of
does,
oh, maybe that's it. There's a specific theater every Wednesday they do closed
and
captioning
I'm
showings.
pretty sure it's Northern Lights.
Okay, it may be they're not showing it right now though.
Rip.
Oh, the theater in Staten.
Oh yeah, Star Cinema.
Yeah, but they're showing Ghostbusters Frozen Empire right now.
I'm less interested in that.
Yeah, so
But
that's a
anyways, what did
bummer.
you think about Dune 1?
I loved it.
Yeah.
There was a lot. I mean, some think it's a little too slow paced, but I actually like that about it. It felt like it developed his character really well. It developed a lot of the characters pretty well, and I liked how they kept some things a mystery,
Mm-hmm.
like the Emperor.
Yeah.
I'm sure if you read the books, like you would have more of insight. And I even heard like before you see Dune 2, it might be beneficial to watch a YouTube video that explains stuff more.
Oh, okay. I didn't do that.
Yeah, I don't know. I probably will do that, but I did enjoy like I do like how like oh there's this mysterious person and they keep it like secret or like the worm,
Mm-hmm.
that kept eating stuff. Like it didn't show the full worm.
Until
That's
near
what
the end, yeah.
yeah, that's what keeps it like scary or that's what keeps it a mystery is by holding that back from the viewers.
Mm-hmm.
And keeps you wondering like okay like what's this thing actually look like, what's it capable of, what's it. So anyways, I liked how it utilized that way of storytelling.
Yeah, I agree with you. I think, so many movies are like big wow spectacle, fast moving action, but it's like
Hmm.
it definitely was a I don't want to necessarily say fresh, but it was a different take on filmmaking from the most modern standpoints. And I enjoyed that it
Hmm.
was a little bit slower paced and it didn't try and rush and stick into that shorter time slot. I'm okay with it being 3 hours long.
Yeah, and I've heard that. I mean, I haven't heard any like negative things by people that read the books.
Mm-hmm.
Like usually or like lately I've been hearing people, yeah, I read the Dune books and the movies. I mean, it makes sense why they did what they did. Like they don't seem upset by it,
Yeah,
which is a good sign.
yeah. After seeing Dune 2, especially, I want to read the books. Um,
Yeah, me too.
yeah, I've heard the books are weird, but in a good way. But
Yeah.
yeah, I will say Dune 2 is better than Dune 1, which is
I've
rare
heard
among
that from a
sequels.
number of people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
cool.
it was very very enjoyable, and you get more Zendaya, which is always a good thing.
Mm. Yeah, I did think that was interesting how it like kept hinting at her because I saw her in the promo material
She was huge in the
and
promo material, but she only
right?
shows up for like 5 minutes outside of a vision.
Right? And I actually really enjoyed that because I'm like, okay, they're really focusing on this guy.
Hmm.
Like, save her for the sequel. Like, focus on this guy, get that figured out.
Yeah,
And
let
then,
let Paul
yeah,
Atreides happen, and then bring in Zendaya.
yeah, like I'm sure Zendaya fans are a little like, man, I went to see her and she wasn't in it. But like, I'm like, okay, but from a storytelling perspective, I like it.
Yeah, no, establish your existing characters, your important characters, and then bring in some more people. It's hard to that's like why the I mean, it's a totally different kind of movie and franchise, but that's
Mm,
like why the Avengers movies worked so well. Because they had every character had their own movie, they had their
yes.
own movie for you to figure out the character, and then they brought them all together in the team up movie.
Or even Iron Man, like he had 3 movies on his own.
This is true, although I think he only had
Like,
two before the first Avengers.
but still, that's a lot of material
Absolutely.
before he starts meeting other people.
Hmm. Yeah, but yeah, Dune 2 was fantastic.
Yep. Oh,
It definitely left me with a lot more questions that I'm just like, holy cow, what is happening here?
cool. Yeah, I really want to see the second, and I
I'm gonna give
plan
you
on
minor
seeing it.
spoilers, and you're
Okay.
just gonna love it. The Emperor is played by Christopher Walken,
Ooh.
which is just great. I'm the
That's
Emperor
good.
of the galaxy.
Yeah. Okay. Very good.
I need
Yeah, I'm
I
really
need I
looking
need the
forward to it.
spice. I
Yeah,
gotta
it's
have the
funny is
spice. I gotta have
yeah,
a more spice.
that's great. Thank you.
You just watched Dune 2. You don't even need to see it now.
Yeah, I feel like
I've got a
I
fever,
should
and the only
I'll
prescription.
I'll cash app you for your performance. Thank you.
Oh, hey, I just got a cash app. William is requesting that I pay him $5. It's only fair.
Yeah, it's good. Yeah, but I'm really looking forward to the second. I want to see it ASAP.
All right.
So, yeah.
Well, we'll get on
Happy.
that. We may have more next week.
That'd be cool. I mean, yeah,
It
we'll
would
deal
be.
with it
I
when we get
I
there.
don't think we've actually have we done that where we've like taken a topic and whatever and then came back to it the next week, other than in corrections.
I mean, we've definitely been like, let's talk about that on a future episode, and then never talk about
Oh, I'm
it.
sure we have. I don't even remember what kind of things, but
Yeah, yeah, I'm pretty sure we've done that. But um, anyways, actually, on the topic of movies,
mm-hmm.
let me do a quick search here to make sure it's still valid as of today. Okay, this might take me a few seconds to find.
Oh, okay,
Anyways, I'll come back to it.
okay. So we've done the Dune thing. So we've covered that. Is there anything else you really wanted to cover?
Um,
I mean,
okay.
obviously that thing you're looking up.
Yeah, I found it. Oh, are you kidding? No, that should work. Let me
I'm just as lost as the listeners are at this point, and I'm quite enjoying it.
yeah, because I don't wanna there was this promo.
Oh, it's for your deal of the week.
Yeah, there was this promo that I thought was gonna last longer. Okay, here it is. Yeah, it should work. I'm just gonna go ahead and shout it out in
Mm-hmm.
case anyone wants to try it. Kong versus or Godzilla X Kong is coming out this weekend.
Okay.
That is another one I know it's just gonna be kind of ridiculous, but I do want to see Monkey and Godzilla fight and stuff.
Understandable. I
So
feel like every year there's a new Godzilla and King Kong movie, and I'm like, how do they find the time to make all these so rapid fire?
yeah, I will highly recommend Godzilla minus one.
I heard that was really good. It won an Oscar for
It,
visual effects, I think.
it's so good, and it's all in Japanese.
Mm.
So and
So
you
it's
do
dubbed.
English caption. So it's
Subbed,
no,
I
it's
mean.
subbed. Yep. So man, it's good. Storytelling's beautiful. But so this deal comes from if you use Fandango to book your tickets and use code GXK Unite, you can get two tickets and then you buy one you get one free.
Oh, okay. Buy two, get
So
one.
yep. So it's a little bit of a discount.
Nice.
Um, it's funny though, because like the deal website I use Slick Deals.
Oh, yeah.
The comments are pretty great
Please do share.
because because it's like
Monkey.
because it's for three people
Oh, yeah.
instead of just like
Oh,
a husband and
the
wife.
third wheel package.
Yeah, it's just like everyone's like, this is just ridiculous. Like, why would you want three adults to go?
Oh my gosh. I mean, obviously the third wheel package. Fun
Yeah,
fact, I was third wheeling when I saw Dune 2.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just hilarious. Perfect for the cinephile polycule or something.
Oh, no, you're thinking of. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that what
it's
they
just
said on there?
yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go with wife and GF and sit one seat apart, enjoy the movie.
Yeah, there's a lot of opportunity for jokes in there.
Yeah, it's just, like it's such a weird promo. It should have been BOGO. It's like, yeah,
Oh,
but
nobody's gonna BOGO on movie tickets.
it's just funny
Yeah.
though.
So I
It's
can
impo
actually throw in a mini. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, no, there's just one more. It's like it's impossible to get three adults to go to the same movie at the same time and place, much less two when you're married or dating.
Yeah, yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Anyways,
part
go
of the
ahead.
it's the same struggle we always have with scheduling tabletop RPG sessions. It just doesn't happen because everybody's an
Ask
adult and
your
everybody has a life.
Ask your girlfriend and bring your wife. That'll be a good show, not the movie.
Yeah,
Anyways,
exactly.
so go ahead.
So this is something that's been sitting in our available topics forever, and I might as well just throw it in as a deal of the week
Yeah, yeah,
because
yeah.
it happened several weeks ago, but it was a nice little deal. I found at a thrift store, although calling it a thrift store is generous because it was a little bit of like the uppity kind of thrift store.
Hmm.
That is like thrift store, antique store kind of thing, but they think quite a bit of themselves, so their prices on some things can be a little bit high. But anyways,
Okay.
um, yeah, I was just poking around. I happened to be downtown, so I walked in there, and I ended up finding a an older Nordstrom Harris tweed suit jacket, like a blazer, for a mere $60, which is way cheaper than it would be normally. So it happened to be
Oh,
in my
wow.
size, and it fit very well, so I bought it. It was a good deal. As a
Harris
as a
Tweed.
as a Harris tweed enjoyer, I had to buy it.
Oh, oh, okay. I'm
Yeah,
looking at it. Wow, $60?
yeah,
Wow, nicely done,
yeah,
man.
and it was an old like Nordstrom blazer, so it was pretty well made and stuff.
Yeah, for sure. Is it wool?
Yes,
It looks like, yeah.
yeah, I I love tweed stuff. So I bought some when I went to Scotland, and then I found this. I was like, oh, and I had to buy it.
That's good. Did you get to try it on before you bought it and
Yes,
like the fit and all that? Cool.
yes, yeah. Otherwise, I wouldn't have done it because I'm a
Yeah,
weird fit. But
yeah. I was about to like that's cool.
yeah, no, it was super cool. It fit almost exactly like one of the other tweed jackets I have actually. Yeah.
So you can't, yeah. It's nice to have two of some things
Oh yeah.
sometimes.
I have
Like,
I this one was very similar in color to a different one that I have, but it's
hmm.
just slightly different. And then I have another one that's an entirely different color from the two of them. One
Okay.
is like a straight like navy blue and black herringbone. Um, Navy blue being more of the dominant color, and the other two are kind of it's an odd color. It's a very blended color. One is kind of like a greenish greenish brown kind of thing with like more subtle like lighter brown window pane stuff, very subtle window pane pattern. And then the other one is more of a straight kind of green and black herringbone.
Okay. I have a dress shirt that's herringbone.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I didn't know what that pattern was until I looked it up. And then I'm like, oh, that makes sense.
No.
How would you describe it?
I would describe it as just chevrons stacked up against each other,
Hmm.
reversing direction every row.
Yeah, that's a good description.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's a hard color to describe those two more brownish ones I have. You've seen both of those jackets, but it's hard to
Yeah.
describe for the listening audience.
Yeah, yeah. I've seen you wear a few of the Harris tweed stuff. I looked it up and I'm like, oh yeah, that's a Cajun jacket.
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah, but
Cool.
I'm nearing the end of the Harris Tweed season though. I've put them through their paces all winter, and I'm lamenting the coming of summer because then it will be too hot.
Yeah.
I feel
Cool.
the need for tweed.
That's a great find. I like that.
Yeah, yeah, that was a fun one. So, do you have any other sort of topics you wanted to cover? Be they from the list or from anything else?
You know what? There was a deal that popped into my head and I like totally forgot it. So,
Oh, that's
yeah.
unfortunate.
I felt like it was a pretty good one too. I can't remember though.
For a second, I thought the listeners were going to get 3 deals.
I know. Anyway, ah man, that's gonna bug me.
That's a shame.
Yeah. Oh well. Um,
So,
what
how
time are we at?
we're at just about an hour 15.
Okay.
How are those ultras working out for you?
Oh, good. Yeah, I ran 3 miles today in them.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
Um, Let me check. At a pace of how do I find this? There it is. 8:40 a mile.
Not bad. You should paint
Which is
flames
not.
on the sides of them so you go faster.
You're right. If they were red, they're blue, which is like
Blue is
not as
consistency, red is
red.
speed.
Yeah, so I might switch to the red ones at some point.
Yeah, that'll bring you a sub 7
Yeah.
easily.
Easily not even trying.
Yeah,
So anyways, I pushed myself a little harder today. I normally don't do that, but I was like, yeah, I want to do a speed run.
cool, cool, cool.
So, been really enjoying those. I did get
Do you think?
different shoes.
Oh, you did?
I did get different shoes. I haven't tried them yet. I'm waiting for good weather because I don't want to get them dirty if I return them.
Mm-hmm.
They're what do you call them? One second. Topo.
Okay.
They're Topo. I'm not gonna leave the mic. Oh, quick note though, I didn't leave the mic last week.
No, you didn't,
I didn't.
which was good.
So yeah, so I'm trying not to break that streak here.
There was, I think it was last week. I noticed actually when I was listening to the podcast. Yeah, I think it was last week. I there was a bit of an error. I don't know what exactly happened or how it happened, but my mic cut out for a couple of seconds in the middle of one of my
Oh,
sentences.
really?
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah, so that was unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Yeah, I sadly didn't get a chance to listen to last week's.
Mm.
Oh, Topo Spectre, what they're
Okay.
called.
Yeah, I've never heard of them.
And yeah, Topo's kind of this. They're a little less known, but this podcast I listened to for running, they're saying the Spectre was there was a listener that wrote in, and I was like, and they recommended the Spectre to them, and I was like, oh, that sounds like it might be something I want to try.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so anyways, that journey's been good. I've been just trying not to push myself too fast too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking, do you think for like the description on the YouTube video this week, should I just put at Ultra sponsor us, please?
Please. You know what? That's your department. You do what you want, man.
Oh boy, can you imagine actually if we get that?
They'd be like, this is not a running podcast.
No, it's a leisure podcast,
This is true.
among other things.
Yeah, man, I feel like
Today I'm drinking my wine out of an Ultra.
That's disgusting.
It's a new one. I got a
Yeah,
new
that's
pair
gonna
just for drinking.
just the mental image is disturbing.
You tell me you never had wine out of a shoe. That's how
I
you that's
have
how you,
never had.
that's how you really get that crushed gravel taste.
Has a bite to it.
Has a nice little bite to it. This wine's got a crunchy mouthfeel. I wonder what that's about.
Oh man. Okay. Yeah, I can't think of anything. It's a bummer. It popped in my head like halfway through the episode, but it's gone. It's well gone
Unfortunate.
at this
Got to
point.
write these
Yep.
things down, man.
Yeah, if only we had like a Google Doc, I could have typed it in too.
Yeah, that's a shame. And our other topics, we have like 4 topics left. 2 of them are with a question mark, as in like, maybe we can talk about these. And the other 2 are getting pretty dry at this point. So we need to figure out something interesting. We need to become interesting people and fast.
I think we do pretty good. Each week's different in our lives.
This is true.
Your kombucha is gonna be done by next week, right?
Not quite. It'll probably be pretty
Okay.
close. So Monday will be 1 week of fermentation in the big jar, and then it's going to be
Okay.
a few days after that we have things in the little bottles. So we could we
Okay.
could hustle and sample the kombucha by, if we do it on Thursday, maybe.
Maybe, but like I would be fine if we do revisit in 2 weeks.
Yeah. Next week we might do whiskey wordle and whatever. I'd be
Okay.
open to doing that next week.
Yeah, let's plan on that. Let's try for it.
Yeah. Yeah, and I'll pick up the whiskey at some point, and We'll make an exchange.
I'm looking at my deal website now.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Slick deals. Shout out to Slick deals.
yeah, shout out to Slick Deals, man. I've been using them for like, wow, how old am I? At least 10 years at this point.
Holy cow! I don't think I've
And
ever
what it,
used them.
yeah, so what they are is they're like, everyone uploads deals they find, and they can upvote them or downvote them. And the ones that get a ton of traction because they're such a good deal go to the front page of the website. And one of them that's popular, or at least is gaining a lot of clicks, is you can get a free 65-inch TV when you pre-order any 2024 TV from Costco.
Interesting. Interesting.
So if you need two TVs,
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the deal. Okay.
There
Anyways,
there was a while ago for a long time on Slick Deals. There was a deal for a either a Fender Stratocaster or a Fender Telecaster
hmm
of just the player series, which is kind of like the lower end of the Fender line. Oh, here it is.
okay.
It's still there. It's still on the front page. So
Mm,
from the deal is from Adorama. So they mostly do like audio video stuff, I think, but they also have guitars apparently.
mhm.
Yeah, so the Fender limited edition player, Stratocaster or Telecaster in a rather nice blue color. Uh, it's on sale for $529, down from $849.
That's good.
That's a very good deal.
Oh, save a few $100.
Yeah.
Yep.
Um, yeah, that's pretty nice.
Yeah.
So, if you're in need of a guitar,
Oh, there's this cute little tiny plants building set. Okay. Anyways, I think we're done here.
yeah, we're just now browsing Slick Deals.
That's another
That's a
podcast.
different podcast and one that frankly is probably more boring.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Go,
Hold on.
oh, I
I'm
signed us
looking
off,
I'm
right?
looking on Adorama's site. So um it's not 550, it's closer to 650. Um but it's still a good deal. It's down from 850.
Okay. Okay. Cool. I'm looking at these potted plants. Potted plants, man. Okay. Anyways, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, reminder to the listeners. Episode 10, if we have 20 YouTube subscribers, we will do Hard Mountain Dew.
20. We don't even care. Like, just tell your friend, hop on,
Yeah,
subscribe,
you don't
and
even
I
have to know
mean,
us personally. Subscribing is free and anybody can do it.
yeah, there's not even gonna be new episodes in like a month. So
Yeah, subscribe now before it's cool.
before, yeah, if you want us to try them out and do,
Yeah,
oh,
but we
and
will be
I
doing
think
we will be doing episode 10 live regardless. But Hard
yes,
Mountain Dew will be maybe on the table.
yeah, and if we get 50 subscribers, we'll stream our video.
Oh, I thought we were gonna do that anyways.
Oh, okay, I'm down.
We'll see how it goes. How about yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, sounds good. Thank you, listeners. I sign us off, right?
You do sign us off.
Okay, let's cap this off. What timestamp are we at? Like 1:30 now?
Just about 124.
Oh, perfect. Okay, so thank you, listeners, again for supporting us, for listening to our rambles, for listening to our wines. We learned a little bit about Cabernet Franc today, and we learned how to pronounce it.
Mm.
Quick note, when I was looking up Cabernet Sauvignon, the S-A-U, how it starts on Sauvignon, and the A and the U, you don't pronounce as an A and a U, you pronounce it as an O to be correct.
Good to know.
So,
Cabernet Franc, is that anything like a Cabernet Franc?
yeah, so actually, when I looked it up, Americans say it is Cabernet Franc with a K, but
Mm.
if you were to go to France, you would probably say Cabernet Franc.
Oh, okay. Just
You don't
really,
say the C.
you gotta cut out the C.
It's a normal French thing to just not pronounce the last letter.
As you do.
Yeah. So, anyways, thank you all for listening. We sampled some new wine. We don't know if we'll ever buy it again, but yeah, it is getting more acidic as I drink it more. And then what did we do? We covered today's Wordles, which is now Thursday. If you haven't done your Wordle, go and do it now.
It's too late. They already know the answer.
Yeah, I know. And then we covered just some whatevers because this week was a little different, but we did do some stuff. We are active people and we talked about it.
Yeah, it was
So
a little slower this week. We were running out of whatevers.
yeah, but we'll be back next week stronger than ever. We may try a white wine. Oh wait, no, we're talking about whiskey.
Yeah,
We'll
we're
be
doing
trying
whiskey
some
next
whiskey
week.
next week. I like that, and that's a great idea. Thank you all again. Make sure to tune in next week on a Wednesday, Thursday, or a Friday. We'll be here.
Maybe even Saturday. Who knows?
Maybe even Saturday as if life gets busy. Thank you again. Stay whiny, stay wordling, and keep on doing whatever. This is Wine Wordle and whatever, signing off.
Later, everybody.